Just let your beauty shine through. Let it shine through. Alright, so today I am doing my wash and go. I just got out of the swimming pool, so that's why my hair looking like this. I'm using the Cream of Nation Argan Oil Shampoo, one of my favorite shampoos. This is the second time around with the shampoo. It lathers up very well and it moisturizes my hair at the same time. So I love it. All the products I will have in the description box below. The next one is by Pattern Heavy Conditioner. It's a really thick conditioner. I have low porosity hair, so I really have to work this conditioner in. Anytime you have low porosity hair, sometimes conditioners will just lay there. So I have to really force it, use a wide tooth comb, and go through it and make sure I am hitting every strand. Then I go back again with my hands and kind of finger detangle and make sure that the product is saturated all over my hair. And once I do this, I like to sit under a hooded dryer. I think I sat under there for like 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Alright, really defined, conditioned hair. Now I'm using Pattern Curling Mousse. I'm using about maybe 4 to 5 pumps, okay? And what I like to do is just apply it all over one section of the hair. Then I go to the next section, okay? Since my hair is short, I don't have to really part into all these little different sections. I just go through my hair and I shingle. And, I just go through it and watch shingle. And then I take my hand and I go through each strand and shingle. You'll see. It takes a little bit of effort, but it's so worth it, okay? And this is the way I do most of my wash and goes when I use mousse. So I'm curious to see how this one is going to do. And see, that's what I'm doing. I'm using the praying hand method. I'm going through it and shingling. Then I may have a couple of pieces where I go through and I start shingling. See, I could do each little strand, but it takes so time and I'm so impatient. I like to do the praying method, the shingling all at once. I can't do every strand, but I do the strands that I, can do. Now I'm going in with my argan oil gel. I always like to use a little bit of gel mixed with my mousse because it helps to set it and keep it a little bit harder. I don't want it crunchy, but I want that strong hold because I live in North Carolina, honey, and this humidity is something. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see, I'm shingling, but I'm not doing each little strand. But I'm doing enough though, okay? So I'm going to the next section and I'm doing this, and then I'll come back and start with the shingling to really make sure my curls are defined. Now this takes a little bit of time, but this is why you have your wash days, and this is why you want your wash days to last, because it does take a little bit of time when you do your hair, your wash and go. So you want it to last, so I add a little bit of gel so it can last me maybe 5 days. With me exercising and things, my hair I tend to wash it a little bit more, and I'm just going to go ahead and go through this, make sure I apply all the mousse on each strand and shingle. Excuse my husband, he's on the side trying to vacuum. He's in his office. this is where I am taking a little bit more time than usual and just going through and shingling each curl. Not each. Now, I'm not doing it all. I'm just doing the ones in the sections that I know can have a little frizziness or don't curl too well, you know. So that's what I'm actually doing, going through and shingling each little curl. And you know, and I'm taking some apart because you don't want thick curls. You don't want them to be too thick. And I just go through it, and where it, you know, departs or you see like the division, you just go through that one and shingle. It'll show you where to actually shingle each curl. See where it like divided a little bit? That's where you go ahead and shingle that curl, then the next one and the next one, like this one. So yeah, it shows you where to actually shingle each curl. So yeah, it's a little time consuming when you're doing your whole head and doing each curl. No, I'm not doing that. I'm taking a little bit of time and doing it, but not doing each curl, okay? And my back, the back of my head, like the middle of my head is where my curls, I really have to do this little shingling method to make sure it's really it curls, because it will get into one big, thick, one big curl. You know what I'm saying? So I like to shake my hair out, shake the curls out, and then make sure each one is defined. See that back piece right there? It's not budging, so I have to go back in. And I like to set it up a little bit so when it dries, it has a little bit of volume. It doesn't dry flat, you know what I mean? So I like to just pull it up a little bit so it can have a little bit of volume. And I let my hair air dry until it was time for me to go to bed that night. And the next morning, this is my cap by Gracie Lease. It's a silk cap. I have them in all colors: red, black, gray. And yeah, I'll put this in the description box below if I can find the link. Has silk inside of it, so it keeps the moisture in your hair. Love this cap. Get a lot of questions about it. So the curl definition looks really good, but the shrinkage, honey, is real. So I'm using this Garnier anti-frizz serum because of the humidity in North Carolina. And yeah, this helps to keep my hair looking good away from the humidity for at least a day or two. So I like to use this. Now I'm stretching my hair, but I'm not going through I'm going through it, but I like to use the heat and then hold it. Like apply the heat and hold it. That way I'm not using a lot of heat. And I have it on low setting. As you can tell, just holding it, look at the difference already. So that's what I've been doing. I use it a little bit, then I just hold. Once I apply the heat, then pull it, like hold it. And yeah, it turns out better that way for me. And I'm not using a lot of heat on my hair. Check it out. Then I pick to my likings. And yeah, this lasted me about 5 days until I refreshed. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned because I have day 1, 2, and 3. Peace and love, guys. Love you. Bye. For you say goodbye. Thanks for watching.